Hello viewers and welcome back to Endless Legend Shifters. In this game we're playing the Necrophages and we are straight chowing down on some green forgotten. I feel a little bad about it. It's going so well that I actually feel bad about it. Does he still have wild Yotus just wandering his This is just sad. This dude is behind, like really far behind. Sure, go ahead and search these ruins. Get us some dust. We still need to hire a bunch of heroes, so... Right. We may not actually win this battle, but if these Battleborn just manage to injure the enemies, that'll be good enough. Okay. Take this city. Yes, I know. Is that, that double battle screen again? You guys don't have to be in any hurry. Make us some money. We'll figure everything else out afterward. Alright, so with our main force, we'll just continue to push forward. Can we... We're fine. He's fine. They're all fine. Oh, you're good. You guys... Jeez, I don't know. We don't have shipyards. We probably ought to research shipyard just for the ability to get pearls. So that'll be the last research to push us up into the next stage. We're gonna need quite a few pearls. Like, several pearls. So you guys, I don't have any idea what to do with this group of Battleborn. I guess we'll send these guys down. This group of units is sort of our elite crew, and then Lillian and whatever this region is down here, and eventually Zaidina, are just going to get bum rushed by unarmed but incredibly numerous zombies. That's how that's going to work out. So, you are supposed to become part of this city's garrison. Please do that. And who else still has actions left? You don't have your action point, though. Okay. Oh, and cities need to build. Let us make a great deal of science. What else? So various. Oh, I like an actual city, like a place we. Yes. Yep. All right, so we're gonna finish rolling over green, and once we've done that, we're gonna have to make some decisions about these other players. A roaming army is attacking our Battleborn. Yeah, just eat him. Oh, you know what we're not doing? We're not spending our corpse stockpiles. Well, a decisive victory for us. Okay. Let's, we should have quite, yeah, we have 9 corpse stockpiles. I'm just gonna expend 1 in every city for now. You can see our approval levels are dropping to basically nothing. We're expanding very quickly. We do not have good approval management. And we're just going to deal with it. Our outputs are all screwed up. And we're just going to deal with it. So let's see what's over here. He has so much territory, or had so much territory. Once upon a time, the sun never set on the Forgotten Empire. Within 5 turns, search these ruins to get a sweet piece of hero equipment. I think we can manage that. This thing where we just let the Forgotten take over tons of areas and then eventually kill them and steal those areas has worked out quite well for us. Oh, I didn't. I mean, I guess just like start as close as you can. I meant to auto-resolve this. I was clicking too fast. Alright. Now, everybody focus up. I don't know why they hate focusing fire so much. Murder. Okay. These are the assassins, so they're much better armed and armored than the armies made up of the minor faction units. But what these guys do not have going for them is our tremendous numbers. As you see, we can just completely overwhelm them with terrifying zombies. And there's not really anything they can do about it. They've allowed us to feed too much. It's too late. Playing Necrophages is pretty fun. It's fun to get to be that thing, the scary thing from the horror movie, you know? Alright, we do need to start building things in Tolilian. They also do not have science buildings. You know, these Forgotten, they can't build science stuff. Cities are in pretty good shape otherwise, though. Oh, we lost our extra food from water tiles. Yes. We will fight you. Okay. Extra Battleborn. Extra Battleborn, go search this ruin. The grid got turned off again. 5 more Palladium. Alright, Orenth is going to be fairly well defended. 156 fortification value. Oh, he's not actually adjacent to the city. He's... Do you have a point of movement left? No. Alright, well, he'll just have to go around here. You start the siege, we'll catch up. The amount of damage that siege takes off of the fortification counter every turn is based on the total strength of the armies that you have adjacent to the city. I moved this guy here because I thought this was a city tile, but in fact it is a minor faction village tile. So once we move him here, his strength will be added to the siege, and the fortification thing will start ticking down a lot more quickly. In the meantime, we have... we've encountered the red player, the cultists. The cultists are a bit of an unusual faction. If you've played Civ 5, they function sort of the way Venice functions in that game. I'm not too worried about them. The blue players are my primary concern right now, based on the fact that the blue players have accomplished enough. Well, actually, you know what? Red is the one who has pulled off a couple of these things. Light blue has me concerned because he has the Industrial Megapole and the Museum of Auriga, which are some pretty powerful early game boosts. By the way, I want Iceworks in my capital, and also irrigation, and also right-of-way. And then we need to make with the borough streets. We may have to go back and pick up like all of the approval technologies. The cities that you take over have very low approval right when you take them over. Gee, I wonder why. And so some of this negative approval will fade over time, but a lot of it is just that expansion causes negative approval. It's a balancing mechanic. It's very common in these sorts of games. Looks like we made it finally into the Third Age. It's not going all that well. Red is attacking us because Red hates living. Minus trade routes. We saw that. I'm fine with it. Okay. So Red is attacking us with an army composed of a bunch of minor faction units and stuff, and a big hero, and a Dust Guardian. I think we're going to manual this battle just because I'd like to do as much damage as possible to his army. I don't want my units focusing too hard on a Guardian that they'll never kill, or on this hero. But I want to cripple his actual pushing army. So let's see what we can do in that respect. It's possible that our Battleborn are just going to get totally eliminated without actually inflicting any meaningful damage. Could totally happen. There's not really a lot we can do about it. They're weak, and I have neither the inclination nor really the resources to upgrade them. We do not get a lot of choices as far as targets here. Their units are going to go first and engage on us no matter how we would like to engage. So they've done us the courtesy of at least drawing up on all sides of us. Oof. Chain lightning from the Haunts unit there, hitting everybody for a significant amount. Alright, we managed to kill one unit. Ouch. This guy has 5 health left. Let's try to kill off these guys if we can. You attack him. And again, to a certain extent, we're just attacking whoever the game allows us to attack. Their units have vastly superior initiative. Oh, we got mine controlled. Alright, well, to be perfectly honest, even if we get no more kills here, I'm pretty happy about what has transpired. This thing has, it turns out, more defense than I was expecting. We can probably kill these. These ended. Oof, 115. Guys do pretty real damage. But as I was saying, even if we don't get any more kills, I'm pretty happy with the outcome of this this battle. We cost them a number of units, and we lost a lot of Battleborn, which don't cost us anything. Also, mind control is way more effective if your attack doesn't kill the unit that you're trying to mind control. So there, you big Guardian ass. Alright, let's make sure this guy goes down. Alright, so we killed almost everything they had. Aside from the Guardian and the hero, which were... the hero, if we had focused the hero, we probably could have gotten the hero down, sort of quote-unquote down. But, he would have just resurrected anyway, thanks to the last stand capacity. So yeah, we traded, what is this, like 10 Battleborn for 4 of their actual units. It's annoying that they felt the need to do that, but we're still going to take these 8 pearls, suckers. We got some Titan Bones near Tellurian. We've got, yeah, all kinds of Palladian and everything. Alright, there we go. See, down to minus 52 per turn. Red has closed their borders to us before attacking us. thus solidifying in our minds that they are a bunch of jerks. It tends to be the case that the other races don't really care for the Necrophages. I'm sure you can imagine why. Man, why is this city built like this? What an awkward position. Well, we can build some burrows here and here, and that'll upgrade this, and then we can do kind of a snake thing outward. Building over a luxury resource is a little bit of a bummer in that it prevents you from building that special kind of luxury district. But we're not. I think we're quite a few pearls off of being able to do that. Actually, you know what? Let's do it here. You guys should focus on dust. Get us more dust. Speaking of dust, how much is it to buy here right now? High sixes. Alright, we'll be able to buy a new governor. Oh, Gildren. Gildren needs some people moved on to food. The winter can be harsh. And also, we should probably be researching something from our sweet new technological era. I'm sure it will shock nobody that the thing I want to research first is weaponry. So what is this? Ultrenth? Something. I can't tell if that's a T or an L. I think it's an L. Our heroes are continuing to level up thanks to all of this combat XP. Sieging also provides XP, so that's nice. Oh hey look, it's the Vaulters. This is a Vaulter's skin. These guys are called the Mazzari, but they are functionally identical to Vaulters. The Mazzari used to be you had to buy a special thing to have access to that skin, but sometime not too long ago, Amplitude made it available to everyone by default, which was, I think, a pretty cool thing for them to do. Oh hey, 9 pearls. One of you guys should step outside of the city and grab that before some green army comes by and scoops it up. Alright, once we've gotten this city, we'll bring our main army back toward our main regions. Yes, we will fight. We will fight, and I imagine win. I'm just going to auto this. We don't need to... We lost a Battleborn. We gained several more. Hey, you guys. Go find something to do. How about report back to the main regions. Alright, and their fortifications are gone, or their units are gone, so we take over the city. Ooh. 7 pearls. Let's go get that real quick. Alright. Our faction quest wanted us to do something in Garant, and the Delvers are mentioned in the quest, so probably Garant is a Delver region. I can't see any hints of these region names at all. We know this region's Grodej because it says so on the city. Yeah. We're still looking for Garant. What is this? Mildly jealous of our common frontier. They wish that they'd thought of taking out the Forgotten first. Our Empire plan is actually remarkably affordable. I was going to say it's probably going to be absolutely miserable. I'm going to get plus vision on units for this empire plan because I think that it's going to be helpful to us in figuring out where the heck Garant is. So let's head down here. You're building stuff. We finished our research. Let's start a new research. We definitely want to get extractors online. And then let's buy some heroes. We need more governors. Industry boost 1 is okay. Influence boost and food boost. I think that guy is a winner. Also, if you've seen other Let's Plays, you may remember that the Draken faction tree has plus food from rivers at its base, and we can take great advantage of that. So, let us purchase him and put him in a nice rivery place. Do we want to move him into the capital, actually, and reassign the capital hero somewhere else? No, we can just make him the governor of Varys. That'll be fine. We should, however, spend the skill point he came with on more food. Alright, and now that we have access to a higher tier of weaponry, we're going to want to make use of that. But we're going to have to wait for our dust to build back up a little bit first. We could try to make the Alchemic Institute. I wonder if we'd get away with that. Our capital would probably be the best place to do it. Let's transfer everybody to industry. Wait, why can't I put it right here? Oh, because I have a borough plan for that location. Let's undo that. This would get me back in the science game a little bit. I don't know that we'll get it, but we'll certainly try. What are you guys doing? It doesn't help that basically everywhere in our empire is in open rebellion. Let's make sure that we're producing lots and lots of dust. The most effective way for these cities to contribute to the cause is lots and lots of dust. I've left a couple of cities at a food deficit. It is intentional and totally fine. Does not matter at all. When winter ends, it will suddenly be the case that they are no longer. No. Damn it. They closed off the border right before we could search this ruin. Well, I don't suppose they'd reopen it again for cheap. We can't afford to make a deal with them. And I don't want to declare war on them just yet. Right? Do I? Do I want to just keep rolling this train forward? Actually, maybe. No, I think I want to take a moment and regroup. We're just gonna not get that quest finished. Oh well. Okay, who else still needs orders? You have more movement left. Go this way. We'll move him back toward the rest of our territory. Alright, these guys were gathering pearls. Let's get those pearls too before you head back in. Yep, we failed to complete the quest. Sad times. You can get a few more pearls here. We encountered some Kazanji. Again, we had already encountered Kazanji. We killed one in that fight against the Endless, the cultists, rather, the cultists army. Alright, so all we have to do is take Zidina, and we've completely removed green from the map. Retake Zidina, I should say. I wonder, when he gets a city that has a science building in it, is the science building instantly destroyed, or does it just sit there dormant and useless? Okay, Talilin needs new things to build. It should probably build... actually, this watchtower would be really nice. That's in a potentially useful place. You know, it's not going to be winter anymore by the time that gets done. Let's just move the Alchemic Institute above it. It says 23 turns. It doesn't actually mean 23 turns. Because we are going to buy out part of it, and we might be able to do something about our approval. You can see our approval value is now 16%. That's not really very high. Will it? Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. That should hold it off until the end of the winter. Our cities are mostly constructing things pretty slowly, but what we need from them more than anything is just dust right now, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, you feeling a little tired of the war effort? Don't worry, I'm about to give you a really long rest. This place already has most of a triangle built. We'll just finish doing that. Finishing the triangle gives you a significant boost in approval. The leveled up districts give a bunch of extra approval, so part of the answer to our approval problem is to complete our triangles. We can't go into your territory, but we can still search ruins that are on the edge of it. Add a couple more units to this this group of Battleborn. We're just going to march over into the last green territory here and lay siege to it. We'll see how feasible it is for these guys to retake it by themselves. We may reassign a commander over here. Ah, somebody else finished the thing before we could get it. Alright, upcoming winter effect. Minus 30% defense actually could be really useful. We may want to pray for that. Reactivate our spice booster. Cities are doing an admirable job producing spices. It only has 2 units in it. Just the default militia. He may have completely run out of military. The border we share with blue is pretty long here. If we started an attack, we could come in from Dutharad here. We're having to do a lot more micromanaging of units. And I apologize if that's not very interesting. I also find it a little bit tedious, but it's just sort of a natural corollary of the play style. Alright. That guy was the last guy who has orders. Or rather, who needed orders. He did have orders already, of course. But people with queued orders don't follow those orders until you press the Go Do Your Orders button. Oh, we should pacify this village, probably. Let's bring one of our... We're going to bring our main armies over here and get on that. I'm going to probe light blue a little bit as well. Let's see... Let's see. Yeah, we're going to probe light blue a little bit and see if they are weak enough militarily for us to begin bullying them at the very least, or maybe actually outright attacking them, trying to take stuff. You know what, you guys veer off and get pearls. Does everybody have stuff to build? Okay. We desperately need minus expansion disapproval. We need that, yeah, really badly. Oh, get sniped. Alright, so another Volter army. What is this? Is this neutral army? Yeah, whatever. We'll be right with you. No, I gave them their orders, and then I clicked over here. Alright, we'll start sieging the city. Okay, so this is one of the things that the cultists do. Is they convert minor faction villages, and then the minor faction village gathers the resources on the tiles around it and sends them back to the cultist player. So if you want to keep the cultist player down, you have to deal with that. Wow, this is quite an army here. It would seem that light green, it looks kind of yellowy here, but it would seem that light green is definitely got some military tech going on. 4 Driders, I don't know about all that, but I also hope that our dealings will be peaceful, because we have all of these other wars we have to conduct. Seems like it would strain our resources a little bit to battle you two. We need to start building right-of-ways in our cities. Oh, we can pull people off of... Anybody that's building something really important, we can pull people off of dust. Since we can no longer attempt to rush build our legendary building, since we're not getting a legendary building. What a surprise, it was light blue. Okay, this one requires the last 2 resources, and so does this one. Be the first to have 50 of each strategic resource in order to gain a city improvement that doubles the dust output of cities that are happy. That's pretty cool. We definitely need to re-equip before we go on any further, battles. Yep. Okay, I agree. The pearls are quite beautiful. He's dismissive because of the strength of his armies. And I'm dismissive of him because of the numerousness of my armies. Alright, Slick Tarash is leveling up. Good for him. Make me some science, Mr. Tarash. You know what? We need to prioritize getting these borough streets finished. This city needs to get its approval up. It serves as an example to the nation. Come on. So we could get a bunch more dust. I think that's where we're at. Or dust tech. Retrofitting our units is actually not going to be cheap. We should figure that out. Yep. The construction of the watchtower into Lillian is being delayed by the fact that these guys are killing our resources. And we're suffering decreased population actions. Honestly, it might still just be these assholes. They might be taking some final swipes at us as they slowly die. Well, let's have a look at upgrading our armies. We haven't used necro drones at all. They've just been a little bit on the inconvenient side. So, Tier 1 Palladian and Adamantian weapons. Let's see. We have more Palladian. So let's go for Palladian. Wow, 13 each, huh? Harsh. And then, good iron armor. The best iron armor we can afford. Oh, the free counter thing can go on everybody. I think we want this. I thought this was just equipable by heroes. Do I want my foragers to have this? It raises their costs significantly, resource-wise. Doesn't actually make them better at fighting Vultures, probably, because the Vultures are going to be relying very heavily on ranged units. So, I'm not going to bother. This is going to be an expensive enough upgrade. The Proliferators also should get upgraded to sweet Palladian ones. And then to balance out our resource stuff, we'll probably make our hero equipment out of Adamantian. Honestly, picking up Sharp Sense is probably worthwhile if we're going to be fighting Vultures in the near future, because those guys love to shoot arrows at people. And then we also want to update our hero. So what do we got on him right now? We got a one-hander. This is the equivalent. Yeah, we want him to keep Infantry Slayer. He has a particular job in this army. We'll upgrade this. We'll get you some better iron armor. And you can see the difference is not it's not huge, but it's not tiny either. 6 initiative, 9 defense, plus 8 defense, plus 8% defense versus 2 initiative plus 3 defense. You are gaining a significant amount of numbers, basically. We'll give him this. Improved initiative is pretty okay. Improved movement. He has sharp sense already. I'm not going to bother with that for the improved vision. I am going to put this on my heroes. I think it's worth, given how hard they hit, it's worth upgrading them. Karis, I think, doesn't... Yeah, he didn't have any special weaponry on at all. So I'm going to build him pretty much the same. Let's give you this. Real armor. Alright, this has consumed most of that dust stockpile we had built up. You can see that the cost of changing equipment is not completely trivial. Improved movement and this. So 481 dust to equip him. It's run us almost completely out. But we're much, much more formidable now. We still need to learn how to make real armor. But, you know, everything in its own time. Alright, let's get some Battleborn. I'm having a really hard time selecting this guy. Actually, let's have you do this and you do this. Okay. So you attack here and you attack here. And basically everybody go nuts. Okay, no one shot. That's really all I was hoping for. Wanted to be able to get the parasite off. There may not be enough of them left to put a parasite into. I think this... Oh no, we only have a couple. We only have one unit who can actually reach him, so that's fine. I'm going to have the hero just back off. I do want to make sure we get the parasite shot on him. Okay. Yeah, join this garrison actually. That seems pretty good. So we're within our rights to attack this guy in our territory. I'm not going to. Let's not antagonize them anymore right at this moment. There's an awful lot of dudes running around in my land all of a sudden. Alright, let's keep pushing toward the assault at Zidina. We may be able to reclaim that city entirely with zombies. And wouldn't that be a terrifying prospect? I'll be the first to have... Okay, so Red has 3 Guardians. Red will be difficult to conquer. Plus trade routes. Plus industry. This lets us build a cool district on water. Pretty powerful. We're just going to keep pushing science, I think. Alright, let's burn down this village. Let's not use your thing. I think we'll just auto this. Okay. We still got 3 Battleborn out of it. It's not too bad. Alright. Unit pathing gets very strange when there's enemy armies around. Sometimes they really insist that they want to try to move through the enemy army despite the fact that that thing is not possible to do. Who still needs orders? You still need orders. Seriously, what is Red doing in my territory? This is just a hero. I'll absolutely kill this army if I catch it. You know what? Even if he has his, even if he brings his Dust Guardian in, I'll kill that too. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. I don't know what his plan is, but I don't like it. And Red is messing with our population and stuff. Wow, stop moving, guy. Alright, he moved his hero army pretty far away from his guardian, so I'm confident we can... This guy he'll just run. He'll retreat. And we will continue to harass him. We can just add them to the garrison here. They don't actually need to go running around. City's almost out of fortification. I'm sure what he's trying to do is convert villages that are inside of our borders, and obviously I do not want him doing that. That would be a very annoying thing for him to do. Now, finish the triangle. Come here, you. Violence. Okay, there we go. Auto-resolve. He retreats again. Yep. What's this? Another battle somewhere. Oh, this is the force of dudes at Sidena. Really? We lost that battle tremendously. Quite a lot. That's okay. We have a slightly more impressive army coming to finish the job. Where'd that red hero get off to? I looked away for a couple of seconds and all of a sudden he's just gone. Alright, we have a little bit more influence now. I think that we need to do that. Yeah, let's do this. This is going to cost us almost all of our influence, but it gets us a little bit more building power, it gets us more science, and it might help us pull out of that approval hole for a little while. Really have gotten ourselves into a bit of a situation with all this territory stealing. So I think dark blue is our next target. We can see his capital. Her capital, rather. It'd be easy enough to just take it. We have not yet seen the region that our faction quest mentions. Could be anywhere. I think killing Red's Guardian would be a hoot. That'd be a good time. Yes, thank you. Alright, I'll get to it. A disheveled archaeologist by the name of Ruta Kletrops claims to have discovered fresh chambers likely to contain great riches in an ancient ruins. The problem? Armies of monsters guard the region, and Ruta is not sure anymore in which of the two ruins you will find it exactly. Okay, so in... Alright, great. Yep, okay. Alright, stop notifying me of stuff. Okay. This is one of the roaming regions, or one of the roaming groups of monsters has immediately begun to pillage. Fantastic. And a bunch of cities finished everything they were doing all at the same time. Alright, let's actually just go buy the luxury intensifier. Alright, we can afford to unlock that blessing now, and then we can just build it. here. And then if we build a burrow here, we'll have leveled it up right away. Alright, what other cities need stuff in their queue? Shamir should probably build a dust refinery. And then should probably finish expanding. This two district thing is terrible for approval. I think we'll make the triangle like this, probably. Yeah, that makes sense. Tellurian also needs to make one of these, and also needs to expand a little bit more. And also needs to rebuild that village we just burned down. What do I have planned with you guys? I guess we'll just start moving toward this area. We'll kill those quest armies, we'll search those ruins. This group of Battleborn can come forward and become part of the garrison for Zidina as soon as we take it back. I'm sorry, what I meant was this. Oh, hydromatic laboratories will be valuable to us. We need to continue to upgrade our ability to build cool stuff on rivers. Alright, we need the Palladian, and also we need a burrow. That's the Palladian. Okay, there we go. It actually added it that time. Weird. Alright, are we all queued up? Nope. Oh, Titan Bones. Yes, please get those. Titan Bones are a wonderful luxury. They increase the... When you use a Titan Bones booster, it increases the industry in all of your cities by 50%, and that is just fantastic. Alright, so Light Blue has a lot of legendary buildings. If we were to push into Light Blue territory and actually survive doing so, we would gain a lot of power. I'm not saying that that's a thing that's necessarily feasible. I don't know that it is. But it's definitely something I want to try, even if it's not. Even if it doesn't turn out to be that great of an idea. Right. More Titan Bone deposits. It turns out you get access to some pretty decent land when you have 2 empires worth of land. Alright, Zidina is now apparently stocked with 5 defenders somehow. Guess they're really rush building. Okay, who else needs orders? You guys. Continue advancing on Zidina. We're about to get into another fight for the fate of this city. Green is doing everything he can to hang on to the game. I don't know why. He's definitely not going to survive. Okay. So now that our village has been well and truly plundered here, you can see it's offline for 4 turns. So we no longer are getting the population from it into our capital, which is annoying. Minus 30% defense on units. I'm happy with that outcome. I do not want this group to be pulled into this battle. You guys handle it without them. They have other stuff to do. Okay. Yep, and we're getting constantly attacked by spies. So I do believe that eliminates green from the game. It gives us quite a country to work with. The reason I didn't want them pulled into that battle was I wanted them to preserve their action point, but that, in hindsight, I probably could have told that they weren't going to be able to get over here and actually start fighting stuff yet. Alright, Zaydena. I'm pretty sure already had a library, didn't it? Or maybe not. Let's do that. Oh wait, Zaydena was not the city where I wanted to do that. Well, pearls and dust are spent. We're completing an awful lot of dust refineries in the next turn. That should help shore up our very poor dust output. And then, of course, when winter ends, it'll shoot right back up to where it was. So the question now is, do I go back and get the approval technologies? Oh, I should definitely be using gold. Yeah. I'm going to pop these stockpiles when the winter ends. That's my plan. So our empire approval value is 25, due only to, or is 50, due only to the fact that we're getting 25 from an empire plan. It might be worthwhile. We're going to go back and grab these techs. Alright, I want you to get in there. I want you... Oh, we ran out of movement thanks to the winter. We're going to use this to refill the ranks here. And then the other Battleborn is just going to join the garrison. I'll be back to this. The cult sees your aggression during Cold War, and the unspoken begins to hate you. It is a good idea to be worried. What? The green player did what now? Does he have a region secreted away somewhere? That's very annoying. We just lost out on some perfectly good resources. And look at all these damn armies. Alright, let's just start hacking through them. We'll move these guys over to Zaydena's garrison. Right, you join this army. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to select you. Oh, right. And everyone will lose population if we don't reapportion its people. Alright. Lots of things we gotta do here. Bit of a strangely constructed city. I don't know what they were going for here. I certainly don't know how to turn it into a decent shape. It's sort of a snake. This would upgrade if we put something next to it. And actually, this would also upgrade. If we built right here, we get that and that. what I'd like to build right there is a strategic intensifier. So it would be 20 pearls to unlock the blessing, and then another 10 to actually build it. Well, for right now, let's work on this. We can move back to dust production here. First of all, everyone needs somebody back on food. Secondly, everyone needs the Advanced Alchemy Lab. We might want to actually expand this city. Oh, yeah, central markets. Stuff's going to be important. Well, I thought we had eliminated Green, but apparently he's still alive enough to be beating us to quests and stealing resources right out from under our nose. I really wish this winter would end, because I want to use these, we're getting mauled by spies. We're going to have to get security technology. We could do counter-spying, but the fact is the rate at which we're being mauled by spies certainly suggests that we may be getting hit by spies from multiple players. And, we don't have the time to devote to rooting out spies from multiple players. Aha. A settler, huh? He thought he was gonna settle a new region over there. Well, we shall have to murder him. Put this Battleborn into the garrison here. I'm going to move this guy forward and try to get some vision into light blue territory. We got to figure out what's going on with them. If they have any weaknesses we can exploit. Something. We got to get in there. Okay, build this and this. Definitely this. Also this. Yeah, that stuff at the very least. It's not going to take very long. And also Shamir needs to build more burrows. Okay. Well, we're going to try to destroy Green's unit here. Okay. Blue declared war on us. Very suddenly. I feel like the game should show you the declaration of war before it shows you the fact that they're attacking. Triumphant. Sigh. Well, I guess this is as good a place to call the video as any. I was going to try to eliminate Green, but his damn units have the stealth capacity, and so there's no way to know where that settler even went. Here it is. We will force it to retreat. Alright. Yep, this is going to be the end of this episode. Unfortunately, Orent is going to fall. There's nothing that we can do about that. This guy has a large Probably fairly well-armed army, I assume. 115 attack, 99 damage. Yeah, that certainly suggests a real level of commitment technologically. We're going to have an actual fight on our hands. So come back next time. Blood's going to spill. Some of it ours, some of it theirs. Hopefully, we come out whole on the other side. We'll see you then.